Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we will be doing a reading for you. I'm very excited about your reading. Alright. I don't know why. I guess you're excited perhaps. Okay. So let's see. Alright, so to start your reading off, we've got, let me split the deck. We've got the Threads of Fate. What are these called again? Okay, Threads of Fate, Weaver Tarot, and Oracle deck. Both the Lumen and the Shadow Edition. I'm laughing because, when I split the deck, okay, we have ancestors at this bottom. I don't know. So this card has been, what is going on here? Somehow or another, my deck has gotten all kinds of flipped around, messed up. Like, hang on a second. I don't know what happened, but let me just show you the other half. So when I cut the deck, we got the back of a card, which to me signifies that something is hidden. Something is hidden from view, from sight. And I want to say, since it's on that other side, that it has something to do with ancestors, because this is the ancestors card. And also, this card is, okay, so also this card is in the shadow as well. This one is too. This is the Nine of Cups. So we're talking about some type of, I want to say gifts, or like, because the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. So some type of gift that your ancestors are bringing to you that you have no knowledge of, or at least you can't see it. All right. So I want to introduce a new deck to the channel. It's Wild Mystic Oracle deck. It's kind of like a blend of a bunch of animals and all kinds of stuff. So I wanted to get like an overall energy for Gemini. So let's do that. 237 on the clock. Which to me talks about magic and dreams. It actually talks about paying attention to your dreams. This is so funny because a dream that I had the other night was pointed out in your reading. So after we do this, so the dream was so crazy because I was just talking to one of my Geminian friends about this dream and trying to, get some type of interpretation on it. And in the dream, I'm standing in a forest and there's this creature, this like humanoid creature that had antlers coming from his head. And from a little bit of what I know about mythology, particularly Celtic mythology, that character, that's not the right word, but he's called Cernunnos. And from what I was looking up, he's like, he represents the wildness of nature. And in this dream, there were people in this forest as well, but it was like he was running up on people and eating their brains. I know the imagery seems very macabre, but in the dream I felt comfortable. Like it wasn't scary or anything. There was nothing scary about it. It was just that he was eating brains. And I want to say that the symbolism of that, especially because there was no like fear trigger with it, is I feel like it has something to do with consciousness, especially because it's dealing with the brain. I don't know, something's due along those lines, but we were trying to figure it out. And what she was talking about was perhaps maybe it had something to do with like getting inside someone's head, like touching or consuming those most vulnerable parts of you, right? Yeah, okay, so, oh dear, we're 45 minutes in. But, okay, so I feel like, okay, let's just do this overall energy for Gemini, please, and thank you. Okay, so we have, oh my gosh, okay. We've got this card. It's called Transformation. And I feel like this is what that dream was talking about. It's like that Cernunnos energy. Maybe you guys can like tell me more about it in the comments, but that Cernunnos energy is causing some type of transformation in the mind, because this here, down here, I think it looks to be like a lotus flower. Okay, so we're talking about like in the crown chakra. So something is being transformed in the crown chakra and then is being birthed into this. So I want to say that it's not a butterfly, even though it sort of looks like one, but it's got the fuzzies, you know what I mean? It's got the, that the moth has. So I feel like we're talking about some psychic, a psychic transformation within the mind. All right, so we've got that to start. All right. So first of all, we have on the cuts, we've got a gift that you're not seeing from your ancestors, and we also have this transformation of the mind. We've got that dream about eating brains. We've got a lot going on here. So we're starting your reading off with compassion, and this is that Cernunnos energy. And from what I'm gathering from this, there's something in the antlers, like it's speaking of an expansion of your consciousness, because I see antlers as kind of like the feelers that go out and stretch psychically into, you know, stretching your consciousness is what it's talking about. There's something with this energy though that can, I guess it can be a little like frightening because you don't know exactly what it is. I'm gonna say it's not something that's scary, but it's something that's coming through as unknown, more so unknown, and you're like, what the hell is that? Because that's kind of the feeling that I'm having. It's triggering like a curiosity within me, and I want to say this has something to do that, like, because initially I was thinking, especially because it's followed by the Ruler of Cups, and then actually on the bottom of the deck we have the other version of the Ruler of Cups. So there's a lot of doubling up in your reading. We have this doubling up, we've got 2 6s, there's 2 3s. It keeps talking about a double, some type of double. And I don't know if that's like a doppelganger. Doppelganger kind of sounds like a little like a nemesis, but it doesn't feel, it's just coming through as double. And then I was asking, does this mean twin? And no, it's not twin. And then I was thinking, because if it was twin, it'd be like 2 of the same of these, right? And then I was asking, well, is this like a mirror soul? And it's not that either, because a mirror soul would be this image, but like flipped, right? So this is talking about some type, it's like a double. I don't know specifically what that entails. Hopefully it comes a bit more through the reading. But in this, it's kind of representing both the darker version of things and the lighter version of things in nature. It is the wildness of nature. So in nature you have, right? You've got this lighter, beautiful, the beauty of nature, especially with this cups energy. And then you also have that other aspect that can be seen as, that's too sharp, horrific. It's coming through kind of like a prey versus predator type of thing, or prey versus predator. That's flipping the script. Predator versus prey. It has that type of aspect to it, but this energy encompass both of these is what I'm trying to say here. So in this doubling, all right, so because I'm kind of like, where do I go? I don't know. Where do I go from here? I'm asking myself, like, where do I go from here? And what we have next is the Six of Swords, which kind of asks the same question. Where do you go from here, type of thing? Because the Six of Swords represents moving past your current circumstances into an environment that is more giving to your needs, is what wants to come through, especially with it being followed by the Six of Coins. So again, this is the doubling up. I'm just trying to peer into this to see what exactly is going on. There's something about this Cernunnos energy here that wants to like shower you with affection, like in like the best way possible. So in the Cancer reading the other day, this card here was talking about cutting away the things that you find beautiful so that you can rearrange them in a structure that like begets even more beauty. It's kind of talking about like going through and pruning a bunch of rose bushes and then creating a bouquet out of them. And it's like, that's what this Cernunnos energy is doing for you. It's taking away, it's removing those things and then returning them back to you. Especially with this can be a returning back to you those aspects, but even more like significantly beautiful. But it's coming through also as like just showering you. Wait, didn't we have something that was talking about showering you with gifts? Oh, shoot. I've put it back in the deck. But yeah, the ancestors, your ancestors showering you with gifts that you didn't know that you were getting. But that's what this energy is talking about. And I'm wondering if the doubling up is speaking of like that amplification. So the gifts that you're getting, it's like you're getting twice as much. You're getting both. Okay, you're getting both the light aspect of those gifts and the darker aspects of those gifts. That's so crazy because this is also linking back to the Virgo reading, which was talking about seeing both sides of a gift. So kind of like the aspect of it's a gift and a curse type of thing. And that's what this is kind of hinting at as well, that this is a gift that can be seen. That's the tricky part here, is that it can be seen as something that is like scary, fear triggering, macabre, like eating brains, you know what I mean, with the dream that I had, except for it can also be seen as something that will elevate you into what it's that transformation energy. Like, it can elevate your consciousness is what it's talking about. So the next card that we have in your reading on the second row is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is wanting to come through as an invitation. So, essentially with the Four of Cups, it talks about some type of opportunity that is given to you from spirit. So it is coming below this Cernunnos energy here. It's so interesting. I want to say, because I'm leaning towards that it's a gift coming from spirit, especially with the cut we had, the ancestors and the Nine of Cups. So, but there's something here that wants to be presented as it could be working through another individual, because I'm seeing it's like it's almost like there's two people here being presented, but they're doubles of each other. So they're doubles of each other. I don't know exactly what that means, that they're doubles of each other, because I'm familiar with like the twinning. I'm familiar with mirrored souls. I'm not familiar with this energy. So that tells me that this is something that is completely brand new, something perhaps that you haven't yet experienced. You know what I mean? Like it's a brand new experience. It's a new connection, a connection that you've never experienced before. And there's an invitation from the Cernunnos energy that perhaps is working through another individual, and is giving you an invitation to collaborate with, okay. It wants to go. So it's giving you an invitation to collaborate with the Three of Coins. I'm just getting all of the stuff together. So this invitation here, okay. This card in particular talks about communication with spirit. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. It's almost like there is someone in your life, a connection in your life that feels as if they are a double of you, and spirit or your ancestors or this Cernunnos energy is working through them to collaborate with you. Because I often see this triangle here as a, I don't know what they're called, planchet. There we go. I see it as a planchet, for like a Ouija board. So that speaks of communication with spirit. But then in the background here, we have a map. One of those, I don't know, cartographers use them to like map out distances. So I feel as though this energy is wanting to collaborate with you so that they can kind of show you the way. And we were talking earlier about how where do I go from here? Like where do I go from here? So perhaps you have that question in your mind. Like you have come to a point in your psychic development, perhaps, that you need like a little bit of a direction as to where you go from here. And oh my God, okay, hang on. So this energy is being presented again. This rose, you see the rose here, and then that clipping, the clipping of it. So that's like before, it's talking about, okay, so with that Cancer reading, Cancer was experiencing it as everything was being removed without their permission or their knowledge. This is asking you to be involved in some aspect. It's the invitation. Like, do you want to be involved in the pruning of your own, I guess, rose bush, so that everything can be arranged in some type of bouquet? Is what's coming through. You know, and what's interesting is that I'm thinking about how, you know, once you clip flowers and you arrange them, yeah, there is a I don't know, it just wants to come through as like beautifying aspect to it. Like there is a creative element. That's cool, because Cernunnos also represents that creative element too, where there is something that comes out of the clipping, right? The bouquet. But what I'm also seeing is that after a while, that bouquet starts to die. You know what I mean? Like those flowers, they lose their vitality. It's almost as if they're kind of pushed through this process, because transformation also signifies like a death process. They're pushed through that death process in a way that it's kind of like ahead of its time, is what I'm wanting to say. So this process here is going to push your consciousness ahead of its time. So the transformation and the gifts that you're receiving they're going to elevate you, is what I want to say. And I want to say that it's going to elevate you far past what you could be expecting. Because I'm seeing you, because in order to get this invitation, you have to be in the Four of Cups energy. You have to be like in a space where you're waiting for the next thing to come. And when this does come, it's like, I want to say once everything like rolls out and goes through this process, it's like you're elated that this is it's because it's pushed you far past than what you expected. It's like you're getting more than what you expected, especially with this Three of Cups energy. So that collaboration that you are in with the Cernunnos energy is bringing you into this Three of Cups. I could get into it, but the Three of Cups for me signifies a very intimate relationship that you have with I want to say it's kind of like, because it signifies a couple of different things for me. It can talk about that relationship that you have with your spirit team, or it can talk about with your ancestors, or it can even talk about the intimate relationship that you have with entities or deities or things that are far beyond the scope of like the energies that you typically work with. And that's what we're speaking about here. It's it's so much more than you're expecting. So it's almost like all of a sudden you are connected in a way that you are surprised by. It's like you've never been connected in this way with these particular types of energies ever. It's that brand new experience, and that all of that is being presented in the final card of your reading, and it is the Sovereign. So this card here speaks of, okay, so it is like the Empress, the High Priestess combined into one. It's far bigger than any of the major arcana in the tarot. So it's talking about also that when this process is gone through, it's like your crown is going to be blown open. It's this energy too. Your crown is going to be opened up significantly, and the expansion of your consciousness is just going to be blown wide open. Oh, look at that. There's horns here as well. There's something else that's coming through about this Three of Cups energy and the Sovereign. Because if I'm not mistaken, in doing my research about Cernunnos, he is the counterpart to the Triple Goddess. And that's what I'm seeing here. 1, 2, 3, Mother Maiden. I don't know if it's Mother Maiden Crone or if it's, oh my gosh, Hecate? But that's what this is talking about. And I'm wondering if that's what the doubling up energy is. Because if that's the case, and he represents this other aspect of nature, this more darker, not darker, but I don't know exactly how to explain that. I hope that you understand what I'm talking about. But the more primal aspect of nature, and perhaps you representing this aspect, it's like they're now, I guess, together is what that's talking about. It's like both of those aspects, the doubles are now together. And I feel as though, because a lot of people in the spiritual community get caught up in the twin flame thing. And, for a while there, we were talking about mirror souls. And this is far beyond that. This is something that is it's a brand new type of experience and connection. you know, and I want to say that it is a more, it can be a spirit-based connection, you know, like communication with your guides and higher self. But I want to say that something about this, like, I feel as though this energy here is working through someone else. I feel as though it's working through someone else. Yeah. It was kind of intense. All right, Gemini, I think I'm going to let it go there. I hope that you enjoy your day today. Thank you for stopping by and visiting. I appreciate you watching the readings. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.